welcome back to the Privacy and Security in Online Social Media course on NPTEL. This is week 8 and this is the second part of the week. So until now, the social networks that we have been seeing is generally popular networks like Facebook, Twitter, and these are called online social networks. And particularly, we also looked at Foursquare, which is a location-based social network. Then I think briefly we also talked about ephemeral social networks, which are networks where the content that is getting generated can be actually removed after some period of time, where the contents are ephemeral, which is like a Snapchat network, where you post some content and after some time the content gets deleted, right? What we're going to look at this part of the lecture is something called anonymous network. Anonymous networks are networks where it is not clearly visible or it is not possible to find out who's actually posting the content. Okay. So we'll go in detail about what anonymous network is with some examples, and I will also show you some research done, some work done on finding out how anonymous network behaves compared to normal networks like Facebook or Twitter. Okay. Some examples of anonymous networks: 4chan, Whisper, Secret, IKEA, Wicker. These are the different types of anonymous social network. There are many such networks that are available there. Here is only a small list. Why do you need anonymous social network, right? So we already have Facebook, we already have Twitter. Why do I need a network called a network of the category of anonymous network, or a network that gives the preference or gives the facility for having anonymity? Increasing awareness of privacy, right? So people are getting to know more and more about privacy. People are getting to, or people are wanting to have more privacy on online social networks. So therefore, people are looking for networks that will give more anonymity. And there are also incidences like Snowden, projects like Prism, where the information that is publicly available or information that is available to these organizations can be used for other reasons also. And of course, there's an incident in India where some post was done and that post got actually viral, and there were consequences of the post also. So therefore, many incidences around the world which are happening, which is making users who use social networks expect more privacy, expect anonymity in the networks. Because, for example, if I do a post on Facebook, if I do a post on Twitter, it is actually very clear that it's PK, Ponurangam.Kumaraguru or Ponguru on Twitter is actually doing the post. If I wanted to say something on social networks, but I don't want to be attributed to the post, then I would actually use these anonymous social networks. So here is the website, screenshot of the website whisper.sh. The content is organized as in the top part of this image: popular, latest, LOL, confessions, relationship, oh my god. And they create these categories, and the content that is uploaded on Whisper gets into one of these categories. And the URL is whisper.sh. I'll let you to actually play around a little bit on the website, create an account, see how the accounts work. Here is a URL, here is a video which describes some features of YouTube. We'll take a look at the video now, and then I'll describe some details which is from the video and other features of Whisper.
Secrets, lies, and plenty of spam on this super popular mobile app, Whisper. Whisper is a confessional app that encourages you to post your secrets behind a screen of anonymity. You know, kind of like that other website, Post Secret, where users can submit those deep, dark secrets they wouldn't even tell their best friend. Like, I secretly took nude photos of my best friend. But Whisper, which has been around for a couple years and has been steadily gaining popularity, is just as much a way for people to connect around those unflattering, embarrassing, taboo, or sometimes disturbing confessions. Or sometimes none of those things. Okay, pretty often. Whisper doesn't harvest your email or contacts, and screen names are less prominent within the app. You can also change it whenever you want, along with a PIN that takes the place of a password. So there's definitely a greater premium on anonymity than most social networks. As for your deep, dark secrets, those you can post by hitting the plus. Type your Whisper, and it will auto-generate a stock photo to go along with it. So yes, it's not just a confessional, but it's a meme generator, which you can share via email, SMS, or social. And you can private message. There is premium messaging for certain users, trolls and spammers, according to the FAQ, but for everyone else, it's free as long as you play by the rules. For that reason, you'll see posts like these, a lot of them, from people trying to hook up. Or these, message your favorite singer, and if you're dumb enough to fall for that, you're probably under the age of 10, and God help you. But wherever there are secrets, there are also bad apples and sometimes lies. In September, for example, someone posted a supposed murder confession on Post Secret, prompting a frenzied Reddit search for the self-professed criminal, and to date, no crime has ever been found associated with that post. And this week, an Arizona cop was arrested for having sex with a minor he met on Whisper after she posted that she wanted to get pregnant. But considering the allure of posting secrets and knowing other people's, it's unlikely to slow down Whisper for now. As always, you can let me know what you think on Twitter, Facebook, Google, or VK, all at Annie Gauss, and you can get a free Netflix trial when you sign up at netflix.com/WTBD. Thanks for watching.
Now that you've seen the video, the video actually talks about how Whisper is being used, what kind of users get onto Whisper, and what kind of posts do they do, and how Whisper actually works. You create some content, it actually gets merged onto images, and it gets posted. It's like creating memes in other terms. So the way that people react to the post on Whisper is by hearts, and you can also have a chat on the post that you did. Again, please remember all of this is going to be anonymous. Some terminologies that we'll see to understand the rest of the lecture, we need to understand some terminologies. Whispers are the post, replies are the, I do a post and you're actually replying like a comment in Facebook or a reply in Twitter. And the posts are actually all anonymous, so you really don't get to see it's Punguru. I may have an account which is called Professor Teaching Computer Science, or anything that I want to keep as the username. And interestingly, Whisper also allows you to that. You probably have seen it in the video also. Whisper also allows you to change the usernames as anonymous as you want, and more number of times also. So that makes it much more difficult to go back and look at the person who posted the content. And Whisper does not associate any personal information with the user ID. It is not collecting any information and does not archive any user history, which at least that's what they claim. Does not support persistent social links between users. The person who hearts it and the person who replies it, the links of the users are not kept. Whereas if you remember the homework and the questions that we've seen in the past, where in the context of Facebook or Twitter, the content is for me, all the relationship between the users are stored as a graph, and you can actually analyze those graphs, also retrieve the graph from Twitter or Facebook and use these graphs to make some inferences. Heart a message anonymously also. You doesn't have to be only, heart is basically the one that I showed you even in the earlier slide, like in Facebook. You can do private messages. Again, you saw this in the video that I had a few minutes before, which showed private messages also. You can actually post private messages between the users. That's just a screenshot from Whisper. So what we're going to look at is we're going to try and answer these 4 questions. How do Whisper users interact in an anonymous environment? How is the interactions on Whisper? Do users form communities similar to those of traditional networks? Like, for example, people interaction on Facebook, how is it different from people interactions on Whisper or Twitter? Does Whisper's lack of identities eliminate strong ties between users? Which is, if I don't have strong ties, which is if you don't know that it's PK who's talking to you, does it eliminate the strong relationship that you and I would have? Like, let's take it, both of us are on Whisper, you do a post and then I come and react to it, I do a reply to it. If you don't know that it's PK, who's a faculty at IIIT Delhi, or some profile that I have, if you don't know that it's me, will you continue talking to me? Is there a stronger relationship that happens? For example, you could also see in Twitter or in even Facebook that some people are very strongly connected. For example, if I do a new post, there are some sets of people who will always like it, who will always actually make a comment or reply or retweet. So those are basically called strong ties, and that's actually, does it exist on Whisper is the question that we're going to look at. And also Whisper, because of being it anonymous, does it eliminate stickiness critical to long-term engagement? Stickiness is basically is a factor by which you're actually glued on to the network. More and more people get connected to it, or a single person is actually spending more time on the network. I hope that's clear. Those are the 4 goals that we have for the rest of this lecture, where we will take one particular network, in this case Whisper. We will actually try and answer these 4 questions using some data, using some inferences that we draw. So data that was collected for doing this analysis is from 2014. And of course, the Whisper does not have an API, so data was scraped. And what did they include? They included Whisper ID, which is it's like a post ID, timestamp when the post was done, plain text of the Whisper, the text that was on the picture, author's nickname, which is your handle, name, so to say, in the traditional sense, a location tag if it was available, number of replies for the Whisper, and of course the likes. Likes is the hearts that we talked about. I hope that's clear. Simple data collection. I think all of you have seen this kind of data collection in the past in all the networks that we have seen. Take a network, collect some basic data, do some analysis, answer some interesting questions that actually make sense. Data collection, again, so 9 million whispers, 15 million replies, 1 million GUIDs, which is Global User Universal Identifier, which is the ID for every user. Like we have seen in Twitter also, the users get one unique ID, which is what was collected. So interestingly, the team that worked on this work also interacted with the Whisper team, where they actually talked to them about the data that was that they were collecting and about this universal identifier. which they were able to convince the Whisper team that using this ID, you could actually go back and find out which user did what. And so the user GUID concept was removed in June 2014. Right, so they collected the data till May. They looked at the researchers looked at what is going on in Whisper, and then went and had discussions with Whisper team to remove this. That's what they actually reported. Okay, so now let's look at analysis. Again, we've done this in the past, so I'm going to go slowly in terms of what analysis was done using this data, what kind of inferences they drew, and all connected to those 4 questions that we had. In the x-axis, it is the time. It's the time in this case between February and May. That's where they collected the data. Y-axis is the number of posts per day, and they actually look at 3 different types of posts, which is one is whispers, the original content that is getting generated. One is replies, which is how many replies are being posted for a particular whisper, and there's also the third category of whispers being deleted. We'll get to this deletion later, which is also an interesting problem, which is that when in Twitter also, in more recent studies in 2016, people have seen that a lot of content that are posted on social networks get actually deleted for whatever reasons that the users are deciding to. So in this case, in Whisper's case, 55% of Whispers receive no replies. People just post content and nobody really replies to these posts. 25% have a chain of at least 2 replies. Right? Only 25%, so to say, actually we should read it that way. 25% have a chain of at least 2 replies. 55% of the 55% of the whispers don't get a reply. Time between original and reply, this is also interesting thing. How quickly are the responses to a whisper that is posted? How quickly do people actually look at the post that is done and how they reply and what they reply? In this case, we're only looking at the time. We're not looking at the content. So here, x-axis is the time again, less than 1 minute, 1 minute to 1 hour, 1 hour to 1 day, 1 day to 1 week, and greater than 1 week. That's the x-axis. Y-axis is fraction of replies. Fraction of replies shows you what is the proportion of replies that the whisper gets. 54% of replies arrive within an hour of the original whisper. You can add the first 2 bars, which is less than 1 minute and 1 minute to 1 hour. This will show you 54%. 54% of the replies arrive within 1 hour. 94% within 1 day. Basically, it shows that if they don't get a response in 1 day, they don't get it. More than half of them get a response within 1 hour. 1.3% of replies arrive a week or more. That's the last bar in the graph. So essentially the conclusion is that if a whisper does not get attention shortly after posting, it's unlikely that it's going to get any attention later. Understandably that because it is anonymous, people kind of post content, it gets a little bit attention and then it dies off. This is similar to some of the other networks also that we've seen. So post per user, which is the x-axis is whispers and replies per user. Whispers and replies per user, which is how many times a user is doing it. And there's 2 lines in the graph, one the dark line which is a whisper, a dotted line which is the reply, the y-axis is the CDF. You've seen many of the CDFs before, cumulative frequency of users. So here it is basically showing you that 80% of the users post less than 10 total whispers, which is actually pretty bad if you just look at networks. 80% of the users post less than 10 total whispers or replies, which is, if you flip it and see, it is probably looking at 20% of the users are actually the people who are actually very active, or in another sense, less percentage of people are the ones who are actually doing maximum number of activities in the networks, which we have already seen in other networks also. 15% of the users only post replies but no original whispers, which basically again shows that less fraction of people post replies, that they don't create original content, they're only looking at what others are doing and then they're replying to it. 30% of the users only post whispers but no replies. They're just the people who are creating original content, but they actually don't reply to any of the content, reply or react to it. And that's clear. That's basically two analysis that we saw. One is how much of attention is the content posted on Whisper getting, and how much time does it take to get the attention, and then what level of activity do users have on these networks. So now we're going to look at the topic that we have seen more in the past also, which is network analysis. We also have tutorials on this topic looking at how you can actually use metrics which are developed in network analysis to make some inferences. Here they took Whisper, they also took random users from Facebook, compared also to Twitter. So the first column is graph, Whisper, Facebook, Twitter. Second column is number of nodes, 690,000 nodes in Whisper, 700,000 in Facebook, 4,317,000 nodes in Twitter. Number of edges, average degree, clustering coefficient, average path length, and assertivity coefficient. I'll go through average degree, clustering coefficient, and the rest and tell you what does this mean. So first, if you look at the column 4, which shows you average degree, the average degree is actually very high for Whisper compared to Facebook and Twitter. What does it mean? This means that I'm connecting to a lot more, so which is also connected to the clustering coefficient. But this says that users interact with large sample of other users, which means any user in Whisper is not restricted only to a set of people that they otherwise interact. They interact with a large set of people. Meaning, if you compare it to the Facebook or Twitter that we talk about, the interactions are actually much closely connected. It's mostly with the followers that you have, or probably people who mention you, or probably the hashtag that you are interested in. Facebook, it's mostly your friends. So if you look at Facebook value, it's only 1.78. For Twitter, it is 3.93. Whereas if you look at Whisper, it's 9.47. The degree in which they interact with users is pretty large. Okay. Whisper users are likely to interact with complete strangers. Look at the clustering coefficient. If you remember what clustering coefficient is, clustering coefficient just lets you to say how the graph looks like. Whisper users are likely to interact with complete strangers who are highly unlikely to interact with each other also. So if you look at the values, it's pretty low, 0.033 compared to 0.059 and 0.048 in Twitter. So So they also looked at 100 random nodes, average path length calculated. The shortest path was the shortest average path among the three is actually for the Whisper. If you look at the column average path length, 4.28, 10.13 for Facebook, and 5.52 for Twitter. So this just says that average length in the graph, if you take the Whisper graph, is actually the lowest. Average path length. Basically, what does it mean? It means average degree being highest, clustering coefficient being lowest, average path length being lowest is inferring that this is a random graph. People interactions are completely random. There's no specific small world phenomena that happens in a network like Whisper. That's a good difference from the traditional networks that we've seen, like Facebook and Twitter. Now let's look at assertivity. Assertivity measures the probability of nodes in a graph to link to other nodes of similar degrees. So the more the value that is closer to zero, or the less the value is, it is actually assumed that the graph is a random, or you can infer that the graph is a random graph. If you look at it, it's the lowest value, minus 0.011. This is the assertivity coefficient of the Whisper graph for all the three graphs. It basically says that it's a random graph. I hope that's clear. So essentially the conclusion from this network analysis that you can draw is that Whisper network is a random graph. Whisper network, people actually interact with random people, and the graph is actually pretty sparse. So another interesting thing that they did is to study what content was getting deleted on Whisper. So for this, they collected 1.7 million Whispers that have been deleted in 3 months. 18% of content deleted. 18% of the total generated content was deleted from Whisper, whereas compared to Twitter, which is only 4%. And this begs a question, which is that for Whisper, why is this percentage high? Of course, anonymous content, you posted it, you feel like there is some problem, you feel like you created some content which others would not like to see, or you don't want any attribution to you, even though it's an anonymous network, but still you want to get it deleted. So there is higher proportion of content generated on Whisper which is getting deleted. Content moderation. So what moderation in the context of Whisper is, the analysis that they did was they extracted keywords from all Whispers, which is put all the text that was created, that was drawn from or collected from Whisper, removed common stop words, removed the words that appear in less than 0.05% of Whispers, because those are not the words that people actually care about or people have ever used it. Compute deletion ratio. They calculated a value which actually says that number of deleted Whisper with these words by all Whispers with these words, which is essentially to say that what is the chance that if a word appears in this post, and what is the ratio for this word getting deleted? What is the ratio that a Whisper that has this word getting deleted? Right? It ranks the words with deletion ratio. They rank basically all the words which have with the deletion ratio, and they looked at top 10 and the top keywords and the bottom keywords. Here is a table which actually shows you the top keywords and the bottom keywords. We'll just see it in the next slide. They ran this method for 9 million original whispers. They saw that 1.7 million were deleted, 2,324 keywords ranked by deletion ratio. Manually, they put them in categories to see which categories have largest amount of deletion and the lowest number. They ranked them. The table is here. The categories that they had were sexting, selfie, chat, topic, emotion. The top 50 keywords most related to deleted whispers, and the top 50 keywords least related to deleted whispers. The top one is 50 keywords that were in the top. The bottom the bottom of the table gives you the bottom that was there in the deleted whispers, essentially showing you that sexting, selfie, and chat were the categories which were most frequently deleted. Emotion, region, entertainment, life story, work, politics, and others were the least deleted categories from the whispers. This graph is actually showing you, let's look at the way in which the deletion is happening, how much time and relationship for actually deletion. 70% of the deleted whispers are deleted within 1 week after posting. So that's the first graph on the left, which is 70% of the post, x-axis is the week, y-axis is the probability of getting deleted, proportion of the whispers getting deleted. 70% of the whispers are deleted within 1 week after posting. The right side shows you delay before whispers getting deleted. That's this one. 2% of the whispers stay for more than a month. If you see after 4 weeks, that's the graph from the left. Now let's look at the analysis on the right. Fine-grained analysis, replot for 200,000 latest whispers. They were actually interested in trying to understand how many hours. This was a week. The first graph. What is the analysis in the hours? That's what they were interested in. They actually found that 32,153 was deleted. Peak deletion was between 3 and 9 hours, which is any post done, if it was going to get deleted, it's between 3 and 9 hours. Majority deletes within 24 hours. So it's, even if you zoom into the data for this 1 week, majority of them are actually getting deleted within the first 24 hours. User interactions, this is another interesting analysis that they did, which is how frequently users actually interact, which is two handles in this case, are actually interacting between them. This graph is showing you on the x-axis geo-distance between the paired users. Of course, these are the locations that people actually disclosed. Percentage of users pairs, which is what is the percentage of user pairs which are actually interacting. The colors are blue is 2 interactions, yellow is 2 to 5 interactions, red is 6 to 10 interactions, anything that was about 10 interactions which was actually given in green. You could already guess that the number of interactions which is higher is actually very low in Whisper, which again, using the network analysis, using the things that we've already seen, you could actually make that inference. That's why the green is very low in the graph. 90% of the two users co-located in the same state. 75% have the distance which is less than 40 miles. So this basically shows that the users are also co-located very closely. Within 75% have the distance within less than 40 miles. Smaller user population in same nearby area, higher chance of encounter. So if you look at the graph, less than 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 100,000, greater than 1,000 on the left, and then combined post of paired users, which is on the right. The left is only showing you user population in nearby region. The right is showing you combined number of post of paired users. More whispers two users post, more likely they encounter with each other. If the users are likely to post more, they are likely to interact more also. So that's actually looking at the right graph, which is combined number of posts of paired users. More whispers two users post, which is if you and I interact, if you and I are actually generating more whispers, there's more likely that you and I will interact. That's the inference that you can draw. Now look at how users engage in this network called Whisper. So here, x-axis is the time of the week, y-axis is the accumulated number of users, and the two data points that are drawn in this graph is the existing and the new content that is getting generated. Roughly 80,000 users per week are interacting. Daily new posts in the entire network remain stable. That we'll actually see in the next graph also, how this remains same is actually going to affect. If you see the new content that is generated per week on the graph, they actually seem to be very same across. Even though there are more users that are getting added to the network, it doesn't look like the new content that is getting generated is actually increasing. Right? That's the interesting conclusion that you actually see in this graph. Daily new posts in the entire network remain stable despite new users joining. That you can see actually accumulated number of users is increasing. So this basically shows that even though the users are increasing, which means that the post should be increasing, the engagement should be increasing, but it is not, which basically shows that there are a lot of people who are getting onto the network, generating some content, and there are a lot of people who are already in the network are not generating the content. That's why the proportion of the content that is getting generated is always remaining the same, even though there are more users added to it. User engagement. So here is the graph that I'll actually show you. Number of whispers and replies. This is weeks. This was also in weeks. So it's kind of the same kind of graph. And you will see number of whispers and replies by both new and old users. If you see, then the new users make 20% contribution in the content. Content by new users do not grow. Right? So this is time and number of whispers and replies for that particular week. This is the earlier graph was a cumulative number of users, right? Accumulated number of users. So the existing user, which is the light without the check, the graph, the bar is actually increasing, which is showing you the number of users are actually increasing. The next graph is essentially showing you that the post and the replies that is there in the network is actually pretty constant, even though the number of users are increasing. Okay? So that's the conclusion that they had in the user engagement. This basically kind of addresses the question that we started off with, which is, do users engage differently in a network like Whisper? So the conclusions clearly different from traditional social networks. We saw that the average path length is different, clustering coefficient is different. We saw that the deletion is actually pretty high, and inferences like that. Without strong user identities or persistent social lines, users interact with strangers, which also is derived from the conclusion that users were interacting with any random people on the network. Right? There was not a persistent relationship between the users. Moderation is, of course, necessary because content is getting deleted very highly. So that's all I had for this week. So in this week we saw what 8.2 we saw anonymous networks, which are networks where you can post content, where you can maintain high anonymity. 8.1 we saw how to actually do identity resolutions with multiple accounts given to us. That's week 8. I'll see you in next week.